Right guys, welcome into the channel. Yours truly, Viv Brown. Yesterday I did let you know that I would be letting you into the antics of why the last 3 years pretty much there wasn't any content created and what the circumstances were behind that. I did delve into that yesterday. However, I would like to take you back to 2021 with what happened with my iRacing stuff, and as you would recall, back in 2021 I did do a video on coverage of the Formula Force, the Logitech Formula Force EX steering wheel, which at the time in 2021 was already pretty much, what was it, 16, 17 years old, because this is pretty much, these came out around about 2004, 2005. So at the time, I used this as an opportunity to try and create a challenge for myself to see if I could achieve a Class A license on pretty much a 16, 17 year old wheel. Glad to say that I did obtain that. I did get a Class A license. Unfortunately, at that time, there just wasn't much time to capture much footage or videos because, well, I delved into that in the previous video. So, from that point of view, yes, I did get my Class A license with this. However, soon after that, normality returned with pretty much lockdown being over, and I decided to upgrade to a product that I'd had my eye on for quite some time, and I thought to myself, well, it's now or never. So I acquired myself a product by the name of the Thrustmaster T150 Pro. The big reason, one of the big reasons why I went for this product is because, as you can see, it comes supplied with a T3PA pedal set, which is much better than the obviously on-off switch operation kind of scenario of the Logitech. So when I saw that, I said, this is what I must have. So let me just take you through and show you. Right, this is the wheel. You get all the wires out here. This is the wheel pretty much. The steering wheel that I did have in lockdown was the TMX Pro from Thrustmaster, which is pretty much the architecture and all the internals are exactly the same as the T150. There's no difference. It's exactly the same, but I couldn't get a TMX Pro because my first one broke as a result, and I'll be coming back to this point again quite numerously in this video. On my TMX Pro, the power transformer overheated and blew. Okay, so being in the middle of lockdown, you can't get it repaired anywhere, nobody can help you, nobody really wants to help you, so I had to resort to using the Logitech. The first opportunity I could get, I got myself the T150 with the pedal set. The reason also is, the reason why I took it is because on the wheel you have a normal 900 degree rotation, and in the app you can actually go and change the rotation if you want to. You can actually up it to 1080 degrees rotation, which is pretty much very close. An average car steering rack nowadays is in the region of between 930 and I'd say about 1010 degrees rotation in a normal car, a normal road car. So this was very realistic for me. It had a wonderful feel. I was very happy with it. The nice thing about this is it's not two little buttons and switches. It's got nice big pedal shift levers on the side. You can't miss them. They're huge. And because they're so big, they are exceedingly easy to use. So very, very comfortable to use. The pedal shift, obviously, there's for change up, and obviously on this side is for change down. The other big reason that I took the Thrustmaster range is because at the bottom you will see the adapter that you could use. Where's the adapter? That side. The adapter on pretty much all your Thrustmaster ranges. I'm talking of your T80, I think, your TMX Pro, pretty much your T150, as well as I think even your T300 RS. The pedals are all interchangeable with these different steering wheels, which means you can mix and match a lot more than what you can do with Logitech. The reason being that Thrustmaster just has a bigger peripheral range than what Logitech does, so it's much easier. So you could pretty much run any pedal set on this wheel from Thrustmaster if it has the same connector. Right, so that's the steering wheel. I was very, very happy with that. The reason I'll be coming back to that steering wheel later, what I wanted to share with you just quickly is pretty much the pedal set, the T3PA pedal set, or T3PA, yeah, that's it, the T3PA pedal set. Pretty much, let me show you the connector as well, and then you can all see exactly what I'm talking about. They all come standard with, it looks to me like a good old, what do you call it, IDSL connector. It looks like an old fax line connector, printer connector kind of thing that we used to use still in the good old days, with pretty much when the internet was all the dial-up stuff. So right, so yeah, you got the pedal set, you got accelerator, you got brake, and you got clutch. The beauty of this is, over this is you have a clutch pedal. So your starts can be a lot more realistic. You can actually ride the clutch off the line. You can't do this with this. You know, you pretty much point and squirt and off you go. The nice thing about the brake pedal is that the travel is a lot less. And the reason for that is that at the back you actually have a adjuster, which is a bolt and a nut that you can adjust in and out onto the shaft like you want, which means you can adjust your pedal travel to whatever you want it. So it just makes it so much easier to be able to late brake and dare I say this, dive wherever you want to. The nice thing obviously about this more realistic pedal set than what I feel the Formula Force has is between this and the accelerator. Now, because you got that travel, you can heel and toe. You can heel and toe much easier. You can't do this. There's no real clutch as well, but because of the travel of the pedals and the excessive travel of the pedals, you can, but it's more difficult to do it on this than it is to do it on these pedals. Right, so that's the other reason why I got the T3PA. T3PA, is that right? Yeah, I'm sure. Pedals. That was one of the big selling points for me, was that I could get these pedals, because normally this wheel comes out, it does not come out with these pedals. It's got a normal 2-pedal set, which to me is absolute rubbish, but what can you do? You need a steering wheel. So when it came in this package with the 3-pedal set, I just grabbed it. The reason that I also wanted to share with you here, there's another reason. I was very, very happy with this setup. However, since lockdown, Okay, pretty much since I've had this wheel. I don't know whether it's a problem with Thrustmaster or whether it's just my ill luck. I don't know. The power transformer on this thing is blown 3 times. And if you include the ones just after lockdown, yeah, it's pretty much 4 times. I've had to take this to my electrical guy, and each time he puts in a transformer, and it lasts for about 3, 4, 5 months, and then it gets hot and it blows. So I don't know if this is an underlying problem with Thrustmaster, and one would have thought by now they would have rectified. They haven't. So pretty much all your buttons on here, look, you get this in 2 variants. You get this in the Xbox variant, and you obviously get it in the PlayStation variant. I took the PlayStation variant with the pedals, because there was, at the time, there was no Xbox variant, because I'm a huge Microsoft fan, so you've got to support home brand, you know. So I just took the PlayStation, but yeah, it's fully compatible, plug and play, load the drivers, off you go. As you can see, the blue padding, like on the picture, on this one has been removed for the simple reason it started to deteriorate here on the joints on the inside. The rubber material that they had was starting to, I won't say, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, it was starting to kind of like tear here on the joints, as well as the padding around here was starting to deteriorate. And obviously it was getting very stained, and you know, you get sick and tired of having to clean it and clean it and clean it. And I think maybe with the detergents as well, it just started getting worse and worse and worse. And I thought to myself, well, what's the point of it really? I don't really need it. If you're going to be racing with gloves anyway, the padding inside the gloves is pretty much going to make up for this, for the feel on the wheel. So I removed it, and it just looked a lot more appealing than you had these pieces of rubber that had all cracks and chips and all sorts of gouges out of it. Because like I say, this wheel has really worked as well, and I'm lucky for me, and I'm able to report that I could obtain my second Class A license with this wheel. So from that point of view, none of the footage was really captured of me using this wheel, because, well, every time that I want to make a video, then you know, I've got to go and do something else, or I've got to pack up and I've got to leave. So I never really captured any footage of me doing anything on this wheel. Now with the demise 2 months ago, yet again, the 4th time now it's happened, the power transistor on this is blown. So I need to get to my trusty electrical guy, friend, whatever, and that he could fix it up for me. But the problem is, he lives on the other side of the world, so you know, it's not always convenient for him, and then it's not convenient for me, and then you know, we're kind of like missing each other. So the point is, with the demise of this steering wheel, again for the 4th time, I have had to resort back again to this. So pretty much, guys, I have gone through more wheels in the last 4 years than, I don't know, I don't think there's anybody else that's had the amount of trouble I've had with wheels. Needless to say, however, yet again, with this wheel, in the last 3-4 weeks, which I think might be a video would be another video for, you know, the next couple of days, because like I did say to you, I'm going to be taking you on a journey. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of videos as to what's going on and what's happening and where to and how to and what's the story. I obtained my 3rd Class A license 2 weeks ago with this wheel. So I now have a Class A license in dirt road. I have a Class A license in oval, and I also have a Class A license in road, the road section, the good old saloon cars kind of thing. There's still 2 more categories that I would like to achieve with a Class A license, and then maybe there could be some kind of acknowledgement for me somewhere from iRacing, because I don't think there's very many competitors out there that sit with Class A licenses in all 5 of iRacing's categories. Now I've already achieved 3, so maybe iRacing could, like, you know, sit up and just take a bit of notice, because, well, I don't know, maybe Viv Brown's coming. Viv Brown's on the comeback. Right, guys and dolls, that's it. So I just wanted to share that with you as to the antics and what's been happening on my channel. Oh, for heaven's sake, please just ignore the dog. They're busy killing the postman out there. So, or the milkman. Do we still get milkman these days? No, you don't really get that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's pretty much up to speed where we are. So tomorrow or the next day I'll be making another vid, just to show you what's going on behind me here, because the last time, remember when you saw me on the channel, pretty much I was on a desk with a normal chair. A little bit has changed since then, but I don't want to let too much out of the bag. I'd like you to join me for that one. Right, guys and dolls, dudes and dudettes, thanks a million for watching, and yeah, as always, I'm Viv Brown, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one.